Hello again, and welcome to the OpenUK Mini-Moo lessons. This is lesson 6, and it's called Water Glove. You can start and stop this video at each step if you need more time to keep up with the lesson. Adam's mum keeps nagging him to drink more water so that he doesn't get dehydrated in the hot weather. The spring during lockdown has been really hot. He's had the idea of using his Mini-Moo glove as a reminder system. Instead of his mum nagging him to drink more water, his glove could sense when he lifts his bottle to drink and then start a timer. When the timer runs out, his glove could beep and remind him that it's time to drink more water. It would certainly be much more fun than his mum nagging him all the time. Adam is a bit stuck with the coding though. Can you help him out? In today's lesson, you will help Adam to design a program for the Water Glove project. By doing this, you will learn about event handlers, variables, including Boolean variables, if statements, functions, and constants. You will also learn how to measure elapsed time on the microbit, as well as making a more complex gesture out of two simple gestures. You will need your assembled Mini-Moo glove, the MakeCode web coding editor, and a water bottle with some water in it. Okay, let's plan out this program together. First, the inputs. You don't want your glove misdetecting movements as an attempt to drink from your water bottle. So a simple on-shake won't be helpful here. However, we can use what we learnt in lesson 3 about Boolean variables to create a new gesture out of two separate gestures. Our drink gesture will be detected when you both tilt your hand and lift the bottle to drink. For the processing, your program needs to time how long it has been since the last time the drink gesture was detected by it, and sound an alarm to remind you when enough time has passed. For the output, let's make the glove make lots of beeps like an alarm clock until you lift your water bottle and drink again. The glove will nag you instead of your mum. Right, that's the design done. Let's get on with the coding. Start as you always do, by making the microbit make a short pip sound when it starts. Remember, this is so that you know your code is running properly. Now, you probably only need to sip your water every few minutes, but waiting a few minutes to test your program will be very frustrating. Let's start by setting the alarm time to 5 seconds. And when you know it works, you can change this number. In computing, we often try to use a constant to store a number that doesn't change throughout the program. Oh dear, MakeCode doesn't really have a way to give a name to a constant number. Well, no problem. We can use a convention that programmers often use. We'll use an uppercase name as a reminder that this is a constant and you shouldn't change its value throughout the program. So, create a new variable and use the uppercase name duration. In the onStart event handler, set the duration to 5,000. This is the duration of the alarm in milliseconds. A second is 1,000 milliseconds, so 5,000 means 5 seconds. Finally, we need a way to start the alarm timer. We will need to do this in a couple of places, so it's best to put the code for that inside a function. Create a new function and give it the name Start. Now, about this alarm timer. The microbit doesn't really have a built-in clock, but it does remember how long it's been since the microbit was last reset, and it's called running time. You'll find this in the input palette. The running time will be 0 when the microbit first starts. After 1 second, it will have the value 1,000. After 2 seconds, it will have the value 2,000, and so on. It's like a stopwatch that starts at 0 and keeps ticking. If you want to time 5 seconds with a stopwatch that is always ticking, you could look at the time on the stopwatch and add 5 seconds to the current time. Then, when the hand reaches that time, 5 seconds has passed. So let's do exactly the same inside MakeCode. Create a new variable called alarm. The code for your new start function should read set alarm to running time ms plus duration. Finally, put a call start block in the onStart event handler so that your alarm timer starts when the glove is first turned on. That's good. We have an alarm timer that starts. Next, we need to work out the code to detect when the alarm needs to ring. If you remember the stopwatch idea, we need the code to beep when the hand on the stopwatch reaches our calculated time. This means we always need to be monitoring the microbit running time input. To do something repeatedly, we use a forever loop. Inside the forever loop, grab a if-then block from the logic palette. The condition we want to detect is when the running time has passed the alarm time. Well, that's quite easy, and your code should read, if running time ms is greater than alarm, then. So this forever loop will regularly monitor the value of running time and do something whenever it passes the alarm time. That's great. Now, let's make it sound the alarm. We want the alarm to sound continuously until Adam lifts his hand to drink from his water bottle. A really simple way to do this is just put a play tone high C for 1/16th beat block followed by a pause ms 200. Now, this code might look a little odd, but just think about it for a moment. When the alarm is started, the running time will be less than the calculated alarm time, so the alarm will not sound. When it is time for the alarm to go off, the running time will be greater than the alarm time, so the microbit will beep, then pause. But until Adam lifts his hand and the alarm is restarted, the running time is still greater than the alarm time, so it beeps again. Don't worry if this code looks a little strange. It will make sense when we add in the final part that resets the alarm. The last piece of this puzzle is about to slot in, and it is all to do with how we join together two gestures to make a new drink gesture. The drink gesture will be sensed by Adam, first tilting his hand to the right to pick up his bottle, and then tilting his hand flat to drink from the bottle. So that's an on-tilt right, followed by a on-screen up gesture, but only in that exact order. Is that clear? No? Let's draw a diagram to make that a bit clearer. Hey there, excuse me, Mr. Illustrator. Sorry to interrupt. Can you help us understand this by drawing it as we explain it? When the code starts, the Boolean variable right will be false. When Adam tilts his hand to the right, the Boolean variable right will be true. Then, when Adam tilts his hand up, the code will start the alarm again and set the Boolean variable right to false again. Thanks, Mr. Illustrator. That's much clearer. So, let's look at the code for that now in MakeCode. Right, let's get the code flashed onto the microbit as Adam is ready to try it out now. Flash your code as usual and then test it a few times to make sure it works properly. Once it works, change the duration constant from 5,000 to something like 60,000, which will be 60 seconds or 1 minute. Adam has reported that sometimes it still detects other movements as if he was drinking from his bottle. You could try improving the code a bit to prevent false triggering. Perhaps add a bit more code to the forever loop to set the Boolean variable right to false after 2 seconds. We'll leave that with you as an idea to explore further. That's great. Adam is really pleased with this programme, and his mum won't have to nag him to keep drinking water anymore. Adam likes this programme so much, he wants to write about it and share it in the school magazine. The editors of the magazine have asked if he has permission from the copyright owners to share it. Who owns the copyright for this programme? You do. You can give Adam permission to use the program. Rather than giving the program to Adam, you're allowing him to use it through a formal agreement called the license. Whenever people share software, they should use a license to let the other folk use it. Let's give Adam a piece of paper or a digital file that describes what you allow Adam to do with your copyrighted program. That's all it takes to create a license. So, you might say something like, Copyright 2020, the Coding Club. This license gives you, the user, the right to use this program and copy and share it, as long as you mention us as the creators of this program. All the software you use on your computer will be protected by a similar license agreement, and these are often called EULA, which stands for End User License Agreement. See if you can find the EULA for software on your PC or on your smartphone. We'll learn more about licenses and open source licenses in future lessons. Well done! What a fab project we did today. Adam is really pleased with his water glove, and his mum is happy that he's now staying well hydrated in this hot weather. Remember to have a go at improving the accuracy of the drink gesture sensing. And always remember to write a license file when you share your programs. Oh, and add a copyright statement at the top of the file, in a comment block or something, so that everyone knows it's yours and that they need to get a license from you. Well, that's another lesson over. See you again soon. Bye for now.